The game of the Russia-Ukraine conflict has long been played beyond recognition, and the public opinion sphere is in an uproar. Some say Russia is on the verge of collapse, some shout that Ukraine is about to perish, and others wait every day for the so-called major counteroffensive. But both Russia and Ukraine know well that neither can overwhelm the other. Putin wants the territories in eastern Ukraine and the Black Sea outlets, which Zelensky is clinging to and refusing to give up. Zelensky relies on Western aid to sustain his regime and stay in power, while Putin is determined to cut off this lifeline. The negotiating table is nothing but a facade for the warring parties to catch their breath, like changing the skin of prisoners. Insisting on signing a ceasefire agreement is simply a pipe dream. Russia is having a very hard time at the moment. Its economy is tightly squeezed. After being cut off from SWIFT, the ruble has plummeted. The technological blockade is even harsher, with chips and precision equipment cut off, making it even difficult to produce a qualified screw for weapons. The situation on the front line is even worse. T-90 tanks are scrapped in rows, Su-35 fighter jets are shot down every now and then, and billions of dollars are burned every day like a game. The sporadic anti-war demonstrations on the streets of Moscow, though small in scale, are like a thorn. What on earth is this war for? Ukraine is faring no better. Its National Guards are talking about mutiny, the foundations of Kiev are shaking severely, morale is at rock bottom. And signs of division have even emerged. In the first 2 years of the war, its GDP dropped by nearly 30%, inflation once surged past 200%, infrastructure was bombed to pieces, and half of the civilians have fled. Without Western aid, its war machine would have long rusted into scrap metal. But Zelensky has no way out. Once a ceasefire is declared, the country might directly fall apart, so he can only grit his teeth and hold on, seeing who collapses first. This war, which was supposed to be a quick victory, has been dragged into a life-consuming war of attrition. Ukraine's hope for NATO to enter the fray is even more of a desperate gamble. If NATO really dares to directly participate in the war, it would be equivalent to a head-on confrontation with Russia, and there's even a risk of the nuclear button being pressed. No one dares to take that risk. So NATO only dares to secretly send weapons and never dares to join the war in person. After all, the matter between Russia and Ukraine is no longer just a fight between two Slavic brothers. In essence, it is a bloody showdown between major powers on the Eastern European plain. Russia aims to reshape the geopolitical landscape, the United States is determined to keep Russia in check, Europe is tied to the war chariot, and China is focused on its own strategic rhythm. As long as these major players haven't finished their calculations, this war won't stop. So it can only drag on, to see whether Putin's family fortune is exhausted first, or Zelensky's backers have a change of heart first.